Hello, I'm Jeff Chandler. Welcome to another episode of Fire Engineering Training Minutes. In this segment, we're going to discuss how a 20-pound propane cylinder involved in an emergency, which is your standard gas grill propane cylinder, can be safely flared off. Some of the issues that we're going to have, depending upon the style cylinder that you have, is what style valve wheel it has. If you see this triangular style valve wheel marked OPD, there's a float check valve inside that can ultimately hamper your efforts for evacuating the cylinder in the event of the flare off. If it is a standard round style valve wheel, which is an older style cylinder, then you're not going to have the issues of that float check valve. Most of the issues that you're going to have with a 20 pounder is going to be rust points off the bottom from moisture building up in the tank over years of use. So when setting up for your operation, you ultimately want to have your setup so that your flare system is set up upwind and uphill from the propane, which is a heavier than air gas. You want to have a meter somewhere in between the flare point and also your cylinder. In the event of a wind shift, we're also going to have a hand line in place for vapor dispersion. Keep it at about a 30-degree fog pattern. Try not to get the cylinder wet. Remember, the propane is coming out at negative 44 degrees, so we want to ensure that we're not going to be icing over the cylinder. The fog pattern should be blowing across in between the flare and the cylinder, but keeping the cylinder essentially dry. So the order of operation, you want to have your pilot valve open and burning. And once we're set up there and we have gas all the way from the cylinder that we're evacuating to the control box, then we open up the flag valve to allow the cylinder to then go towards the flare. After the connection is made, the cylinder will be opened, at which point we're burning vapor off the vapor phase of the cylinder. Once the pilot lights the gas coming out of the torch head, then we will convert over to burning liquid. We are now burning vapor off the top of the cylinder, and we're going to rotate the cylinder to facilitate getting a liquid burn. Propane is expanding at 270 to 1. So if we wait for the expansion to happen inside of the cylinder, you will only lengthen the amount of time for your burn. Once we start burning the liquid, we'll hasten our time. We'll be burning at a 1-to-1 ratio versus 270 to 1 ratio. So while he's rotating the cylinder, there is a check valve inside. In the event that the cylinder shuts off, just slightly reposition the cylinder back to about 11 o'clock, and that'll allow the internal check to open back up again on that overfill protection device. Thank you for watching another edition of Fire Engineering Training Minutes. I want to thank the Guilford Fire Department for their assistance in delivering this program, and stay safe.